So like, it looks like somebody like stole some Timberland boots leather and stuck it on the door and on the dash. Not real sure about all that. We're here in beautiful Beijing, China, and I heard a rumor that there is a Tesla Model 3 killer out on the market here in China. That is the BYD Seal. It is a similarly sized, similar features, and the same range as the Model 3. And we're gonna compare it today. I'm really excited to show you. So let's go. If you like something or don't like something, please leave us a comment. That will always help us drive traffic. And smash that subscribe button so you can see all of our videos as soon as we make them. In America, the Tesla Model 3 competes with cars such as BMW, Audi, and Mercedes. In China, the BYD is not necessarily in that level. They're more like a Ford or a Chevrolet. Think of an affordable and economical vehicle. Now, that changes with the Seal. The Seal is their challenge to the Model 3. Let's see how it compares. If you want to buy a BYD Seal, there are a few models to choose from. The range of the price is 212,000 RMB to 289,000 RMB. In USD, that is 31,000 to 42,000 USD. Not a bad price point, not a bad price at all. So let's compare the interior of the BYD Seal to the interior of the Model 3 Tesla. To avoid being too subjective, let's take a look at KBB, Kelley Blue Book, and Consumer Reports. Both of these describe Tesla 3 as a minimalistic and sophisticated simplicity, or simplistic yet modern vibe. When you get in the Model 3 Tesla, you can definitely see there is lots of uninterrupted space. There are not a lot of knobs, not a lot of things going on in the interior. It just simply does what it does. The BYD's interior, I think, is best described as mismatched and busy. And I think that is very unfortunate because there's some things in here that they look really cool, but they just don't kind of go with everything. So let's just go through a list real quick. We have this matte black leather, which is nice. I definitely like it, but it has blue and white stitching across it that kind of interrupts the flow. Then there's also the trim, the plastic trim around the AC and across the dash. It really just does not fit. It's got like this this pattern on it. Talking about the dash screen here in the middle, there's not a lot of great things to say about it. It does rotate, it does do its job. The main issue I have with it is it's not as responsive as it could be. And rather than being just like a system designed for your car, it's an Android operating system, which means that you hit this button and you can sort through screens, you can do stuff like that. You can go to your home screen and you can look at apps. Great to have for a phone and an iPad, but like, I'm driving a car, why do I want to find an app? So, all right, we're in the Model 3 Tesla and I am looking at the dashboard screen. The first thing I gotta say is the screen doesn't rotate. That is a deal breaker. I wanna throw this whole car away. The rotating screen was strange. I don't think it's needed at all. This screen makes a lot of intuitive sense if you wanna check your dash cam, if you wanna check whatever. All of it happens here, works pretty well. They say when you meet somebody, you should put your best foot forward. The best foot for the BYD Seal is absolutely the hood in the front of this car, the headlights, the LEDs, the whole look of it, the swoop down and how low to the ground it is. It looks sleek, it looks slick, and I like the way it looks. We come around here, we run into a little bit of plastic trim here, a little bit of plastic trim here. It doesn't look bad, but it definitely doesn't improve the overall look of the car. And then we run into this right here, which looks like bedazzled purses from the 2000s. I'm not really sure what the thought was, and I definitely don't like it that much. And then we come around to the back of the vehicle. Now, the problem I have here, nothing about the back of the vehicle is bad. So it all looks good. I particularly like this, looks nice. The thing that I'm not too excited about, the brake lights, just kind of wrap around. Not really much going on, doesn't look great, doesn't look bad. No big deal. The first thing I notice is like the heads-up display is like just off center. Like it almost feels like it's not straight. Yeah, I can definitely understand why people describe Tesla with like modern simplicity. It feels busy. Like I'm looking at 2 maps, you know? It's kind of annoying. don't know why I need two maps. Already got one. The very first thing I notice, I'm about 5'11". My knees ride quite high. I feel like a big kid in a little seat. Other than that, it's pretty comfy. That is, of course, due to the floor height being a little high with that battery. Leather feels good, comfy, soft. No real problems, no real complaints. Now let's take a look at the BYD Seal. We're gonna take a seat, see how it feels. A lot of these electronic vehicles do have that same problem of big kid in a little seat. You do have high floor height. I think this is just about the same as the Model 3. However, I do have a little bit more leg room, just a tad, and a little bit more headroom as well. But no complaints, feels good, looks good. The Tesla Model 3 is a solid piece of engineering, and the engineering has like a look and a feel and a style that all goes together. Comparing that directly to the BYD Seal, I have to say that the Model 3 still stands out. Now, if you take the Model 3 out of the picture and you just think about the BYD, the price point is a bit less than the Model 3. It feels good, it drives well, it's responsive, and a lot of the features work exceptionally well. However, I think there is definitely a couple of things about it that are definitely a first try, and that they can get better and do better in later iterations. So, as far as this goes, this is a good EV. As far as it goes as a Tesla Model 3 killer, I think this is more of a Seal rather than a killer whale.